Hey everybody, I hope you're excited to make the Jelly Roll Jam 2 quilt. Our first Jelly Roll Jam was so popular that we had to have a sequel. This fun quilt finishes at 36 by 38 inches and it's so versatile it can take on any look, and it just uses one Moda Jelly Roll. You can download this free pattern at Fat Quarter Shop, and let's get sewing. First we're going to divide our Jelly Roll into 2 stacks of 20. We're going to use one stack for the quilt top, and later I'll show you a special tip for what you can do with the second stack. From our stack, let's divide out 12 strips for our wide blocks and 8 strips for our narrow blocks. Now we're going to divide our wide block stack into 2 stacks of 6. I like to fold my strips in half to make it easier to move. We'll lay out our strips and move them around until the placement looks just right. And just make sure you don't have 2 of the same colors touching right next to each other. I really like the way this is looking, so let's go sew our wide strip units. To sew our strips together, we'll use a 1/4 inch seam allowance, 2.0 stitch length, and a coordinating thread, and today I'm using Aurifil Color 2000. I like to line up the pinked edges on the jelly roll as I sew. I'll sew until all 6 of my strips are sewn together. We'll need 2 wide strip units. Now on to the pressing. First we'll set our seams to lock our stitches in place, then press the seams to one side. I use steam to help take out any wrinkles or creases. Once we've pressed our units, we'll give them an all-over spray starch and iron. I love spray starch for the stability it gives my fabric, and as you know, I use lots of it. Now we'll cut each wide strip unit into 6 6-inch by 12.5 inch rectangles. First, straighten up your unit. I'm using my 6.5 by 24.5 inch Creative Grid ruler to help me. Line up the center seam with the line on your ruler and trim. Flip it so the straight side is on the left, and we'll subcut 3 rectangles that are 6 inches wide. Since my ruler is 6.5 inches, I'll shift the ruler 1/2 inch off the unit to get a 6-inch cut. Then we'll cut the next 2 units. The center of a jelly roll strip is usually uneven, so after we cut our first 3 rectangles, let's start over on the other side. Straighten it up, flip the unit, and cut the remaining 3 rectangles. We'll repeat this on your second strip set, and now you have 2 stacks of 6 rectangles. Using your Alphabitties and Clover Wonder clips, label one stack as 1 and the second stack as 2. Now we're ready to make our narrow blocks from our remaining 8 jelly roll strips. We've sewn together 4 sets of 2 and pressed to one side. We'll cut each unit into 3 4.5 by 12.5 inch rectangles. Now that we're done, we have 4 stacks of 3 narrow blocks. And then label each stack A, B, C, or D, and now we're ready to finish. We'll follow the diagrams to lay out our blocks. We'll lay out 3 block 1s with the blocks facing the same direction. Then lay out the remaining block 1s reversing the direction. Next, we'll lay out 3 block 2s with the blocks facing the same direction. Then lay out the remaining block 2s reversing the direction. Lay out 3 block A's, 3 block B's, 3 block C's, and 3 block D's. We're going to sew each row together, then press each row in opposite directions. Finally, we'll sew our rows together, and we're done. Now here's my tip for using your remaining 20 jelly roll strips. For your backing, you can either use 1.5 yards or sew all your strips into one big piece. I usually like my quilt backings larger, but if you're careful with your quilting, this is going to work out perfectly. And if you want to learn how to bind your quilt, make sure to watch our binding video. Thank you so much for watching our video today. Don't forget to download our free pattern at Fat Quarter Shop for size options up to a king size. If you liked our video today, share with your friends, like us below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.